All right, everybody, this week we're talking about the age-old topic of the build and burn, building muscle, burning fat. Can they be done separately? Can they be done together? Find out on the next slides episode of Dragon Ball Z. So the process of building muscle and kind of shredding fat and burning fat are kind of conflicting stimuli to the body. Now, what does conflicting stimuli mean? Well, let's go over it. Your body is adaptive, but not without limitation, right? It can only adapt to one potent or powerful stimuli at a time. So a potent stimuli would be any kind of action or actions that you're taking in order to create some kind of large-scale response in your body, which would be like building muscle or conversely, shredding fat, losing weight. So gaining muscle has certain requirements and demands, such as being a caloric surplus, eating enough protein, and of course lifting enough weight to stimulate that growth response. The demands required for shredding fat are going to be slightly different. You're going to want to be in a caloric deficit. You're going to want to still be eating enough protein. And of course, your workout style is going to change. The workouts going to be focused more so on caloric expenditure versus building muscle. So can you build muscle and shred fat simultaneously? Technically, yes, but it's really a rare circumstance. We normally only see this in like newbie lifters. If you're a seasoned veteran of the gym, that's really probably not going to happen for you. So more on building muscle and shredding the fat later this week, so stay tuned. We'll talk about exercise, things you can do, what you can eat, so on and so forth. So stay tuned for Wednesday. So everybody, today's focus is on building muscle. We're going into a little bit more detail about actions you can take to ensure that you build the muscle that you desire. As we talked about previously, guys, the muscle building process is a difficult and slow process. And there's certain things your body and you need to do in order to facilitate and expedite this process. So a quick review of the main factors you need in order to gain muscle is being in caloric surplus, eating enough protein, and of course lifting enough weight. Hey guys, so it's important to note that all training can be seen on a spectrum or a continuum. So based off of what you're training for, you're always going to get some additional adaptation. So if you're training for hypertrophy, you might see some power adaptation, so on and so forth. So the sarcomere is the smallest contractile unit of the cell. It is filled with actin and myosin protein molecules, and this is essentially what you're stressing and damaging in order to regenerate and then get more muscle growth and results. So training that increases muscle growth and size is said to be hypertrophic, meaning like the expanding of the muscles, getting bigger, and that is normally facilitated and caused by total volume. And you may wonder what volume is, and we'll talk about it. So volume is another way to say total work, and you can reference this for like a week, a month, a day. Doesn't really matter. It is the formula is reps times set times weight, and that's how you calculate how much volume you're doing. So more volume or total work usually equates to more hypertrophy or more muscle growth, right? But there is such thing as too much volume. More isn't always better. There's a delicate balance, if you will. So barbell compound movements are a great way to elicit hypertrophy. They allow you to accrue multiple muscle groups, accrue a higher total volume, and create more mechanical stress. If you want to see someone to do just what I'm talking about, check out my dude Matt Mary's page. So in addition to lifting enough weight, you're going to want to make sure you're fueling your body with the proper amounts of protein and carbs. So I'm going to give a couple suggestions in the next couple stories about how you can get healthy proteins and healthy carbs. So today's the last episode of the content series, and we're talking about how to burn fat, get lean, and importantly, get shreddy. Once again, if we're trying to get lean and shreddy, we need to do a couple things. We need to be in a caloric deficit. We need to eat enough protein. And then, of course, our workouts need to focus on a large caloric burn to ensure our caloric deficit. Your workouts will look different when trying to get lean than they are when trying to build muscle. You're not necessarily focused on total volume when you're trying to get lean. You're focused more so on, once again, that caloric burn, caloric expenditure, so your workouts will look different. You may be wondering what exercise help emphasize a large caloric burn. Well, fun fact, the compound movements are still a good tool to have in your workout program to ensure you're in a caloric deficit. HIIT workouts are often common play in practice in order to get leaner because they help burn large amounts of calories intra-workout and elevate your metabolism to burn more calories post-workout. So if we talk about getting lean and getting shreddy, protein intake while leaning down will be pivotal, help you hang on to the muscle. Whereas carb intake normally decreases because carbs help you retain water weight. So less carbs equals less water weight equals look lean. Has anyone ever told you in the past that, hey, this workout will burn belly fat, or this workout will shred that ounce of fat you have right here or right there? Has anyone ever told you this information? If you've been told that information, then I apologize because you have been misled. You cannot dictate where you lose fat from. So I cannot lose fat right here because I want to. You can work out and increase the chances and likelihood of losing fat holistically. If you've been attempting to get shreddy and you're not getting the results that you want to get, it's not you, it may just be the strategy you're using. So it might be time to change, adopt, or seek out new strategies. Now go forth, gain as much muscle as you want to, get as shreddy as you need to. And if this content series wasn't helpful to you, tell me in the next caption or the next slide what I could do to better help you.